back to Japan, where I'm not feeling well, so I'm not even going to bother to set up the camera properly. I still had time to make coffee though. Oh, it's hot. Anyway, so today is W.T.W Wednesday, and I thought, I've got to do one, even though I'm not feeling so good. And so here's the last one on our list. We're getting ready to start the new W.T.W Wednesday list, so be ready for it. It's by a group called EUZEN from Denmark, I believe. There's a Denmark-Norwegian collaboration going on here, I think. Anyway, as always, this is the reaction. No, this is the review video. You can tell I'm not feeling well. The reaction video can be watched, the one that I just filmed, by pausing this video, clicking the little link in the description below, and it'll open up a separate little YouTube player, and you can watch the song in case you've never heard it before. You probably haven't. Not many people have by the look of it. And you can see how I reacted if you just want to see my face moving. It's going to be like that. This is the kind of quality you expect from this video. So, like I say, pause this video if you want to check out the reaction first, because otherwise I'm going to give you a review of this song. It's called Detour, I think, or Detour. I don't remember. It just had the word tour in it twice. I'm about to give you the review. Are you ready? I've got a lot to unpack here, so... Sure you want to see the reaction? I'm sure you've already seen the reaction by now if you wanted to, so I'm just going to give you the review. This was actually quite nice. I enjoyed this. I thought this was a bit of an unpredictable one. Didn't know what to expect. I think we've had a lot of the time we've heard these ones where it's been like a collaboration between artist and singer, and on W.T.W Wednesday that usually means we're kind of getting something a bit on like an electro vibe. This was experimental, but it felt quite it felt really like something that came from a band as much as it did from a production thing. Now, I don't know how true that was. There was a brief clip in the video where she was with a group of people posing, which kind of made me think that's probably the band just making a cameo in their own video. So maybe they are a proper band. I don't know. And actually because the group's called EUZEN, but the channel name I noticed was Christopher EUZEN. So is it one person? I don't know anything about the group. As always, we don't pre-research. I look forward to hearing you guys telling me more after my completely honest, raw reaction to this. But yeah, I must say that to me, it was not what I expected in some ways. It definitely had that kind of mellow... I'd say that sort of mellow, experimental European vibe that you get from a lot of this kind of music. But it had a fun character to back it up. I liked the idea of having the little chant in the background. It reminded me of some of the chants from like old... there used to be a trick that... I mean, Damon Albarn does this a lot of his music, actually. And the one that always reminds me was on the Great Escape album by Blur. They had a song called Top Man. And it has just a chant in the background. It has a couple of chants going in the background, which are just kind of, they catch your ear, even though they're deliberately in the background. They become the thing that your brain focuses on. And this kind of reminded me of that. I didn't know what the chant in the background was, but it just worked really nicely. The core of the song seems to be about the fact that you have all of these things that they're on the same beat. You know, they're moving at the same tempo, but they've got different time signatures. You know, the bars are ending in different places. It was nice that, so it meant that everything was uniformly on beat. Everything felt very easy to move your head to, and yet the music never felt like it was just sort of, you know, when everything ends at the same point, you know, 4 chords round, 4 chords round. You know, there was a feeling that everything was kind of overlapping. There was a sensation that everything was overlapping, which is a really good thing if you can pull that off, if you can pull that sort of multiple timings happening at the same time effect, then you can end up with something really interesting. I think they nailed that really nicely, and it was a lot of those sort of simple things that worked. I liked the big sort of choral sounding vocal layering thing, which, like I say, kind of ended up having a little bit of a, I don't know, I mean, I'm not much of a sci-fi person, but I've seen like little clips of lots of sci-fi things. I was trying to remember, what does that sound remind me of? It sounded like something old school sci-fi, and I think in the first it sounded, is it like sort of Doctor Who, and then I realised no, it was like the original Star Trek, I think, kind of had like a weird vocal style intro piece. It was something like that, but I think it was like an old Star Trek thing or something like that. It just kind of reminded me, the vocal thing reminded me of that. It just had that sort of quintessentially sort of weird sci-fi vibe. Which helped the slightly fantastical nature of the video. I don't really know what was going on there, but she seemed to be teleporting through what could have been a fridge or a phone booth for all I don't know. I don't know what it was. the video was not particularly clear on what it was. I imagine it's one of those things that if you're probably from that part of the world, you probably immediately recognise it. I, for one, did not know what the hell she was travelling around in, but it just looked like a box. Congratulations on that. It was it was kind of fun to see the video, even though I didn't understand it, had a lot of character, and like I say, that kind of backed up the song. Sometimes you get the feeling that a video is working against the song, like maybe the video director doesn't get the song, or maybe the video director just thinks they're smarter and they can visualize it better, or they're more artistic than the songwriters were. And then sometimes you get a video that just feels like it sits very well with the song. This can often be the case for lower budget artists because of the fact that often they're not dealing with big names, they're kind of more dealing with people who are kind of connecting with what they're doing, conversing with them in a more peer-like way. And so whoever directed this, I just felt like they had a good conversation with the group and they kind of got the feel for the song because it felt right. It felt sort of mysterious and a bit strange, and it had like the repeating, like looping footage and things like that, and weird dropping masks and stuff. But at the same time, it was kind of fun. I'm assuming that the woman who stars in the video is also the singer. She came across really well. She had a nice bright personality, and it looked good. It looked fun. It gave us sort of an element of levity to the song without detracting from its overall atmosphere. It didn't take away from the fact that the song still felt like it had a good, strong core atmosphere that did play out through the video. I found it enjoyable. Very nice and especially unique. Nothing here that we've never heard before, but it's got a lot of techniques and lots of sounds that are not exactly commonplace, which made it much more enjoyable for me. I would perhaps say that maybe the only thing that works against it is as a single, it's not particularly catchy. As I always say, singles don't have to be catchy, but you tend to assume that they usually are. Also, the fact that it didn't feel like it really went anywhere. It did sort of go around, but that actually, I would say, usually I would consider that a criticism. In this case, not so much. The song felt like it was moving so much of the time, and because of that sort of overlapping timing structure, it felt like it never felt like it got stuck in the mud. It always felt like it had a slightly kinetic feeling, like it was always going somewhere, like it was always trying to resolve some chord pattern. And as a result, it never felt like it really had to go anywhere because it felt so kind of urgent, so much like it was moving all the time. Like I say, rather than usually most songs, it's just 4 chords, and every time you do the 4 chords, you're like, oh, resolved, and then we do it again, resolved, and we do it again, resolved, So, I thought it was an interesting way of doing it, and it played out in a song that was, okay, maybe not the most memorable thing in the world, but certainly made a good listen, had a really good atmosphere, backed it up with a sense of fun. It wasn't overly stuck in the mud and serious, which these sorts of atmospheric sort of experimental pieces sometimes can be. It was just kind of a joy to listen to. As I say, I don't know if this is one that I'm necessarily going to come rushing back to because I don't think it necessarily sticks in my head hugely, but I would certainly be very happy to hear it every time it comes on. And hey, every now and then I might just be thinking, I'll listen to something that's a little bit different. Oh, you know what? That was a bit of a strange one. Let's pop that on. So, I don't know. I don't know how likely I am to listen to this one again. I'd suspect it's low to medium chance, but certainly I really did enjoy my first listen, and I'd be interested to hear more of this group as well. Like I say, not a huge number, but a huge amount of following compared to some of the other artists we covered, but certainly I've got no problem with that. If people are interested in hearing more of this band, then let's dive into them. Let's share this band and do a little bit more of them on future World Tour Wednesdays. Talking of future World Tour Wednesdays, the World Tour Wednesday suggestion thread will be coming up soon. I'll let you know that for this month I will be posting the suggestion thread on Facebook because we've done. What did we do? I think we did one on the live chat, we did one on Reddit, so it's Facebook's turn. So we'll be doing the next World Tour Wednesday suggestion thread on Facebook. Do look out for that. Anyway, as always, if you want to follow any of the social medias, they're all linked in the video's description below this video. Lots of people following Japanese music and music for general people from all over the world following on our social media, so get involved with them on our Reddit, Discord, anywhere you want. Facebook as well, remember, for World Tour Wednesdays. A big thank you to everyone on our Patreon because you do keep the channel going, and when I'm feeling this rough, I don't know if I look as rough as I feel, but I feel like I probably do look as rough as I feel. It's good to be able to afford coffee, so thank you for that. A big thank you, obviously, to those guys there for keeping the channel alive. Thank you to you for making it through to the end of this video. And if you liked and are subscribed, then a mega thank you to you as well. We're a non-monetized channel, so all those little tiny algorithmic things help immensely. So anyway, until I hopefully see you in Japan very soon for another one of these, whether it be World Tour Wednesday or our usual fare, for now, ciao ciao.